We envision a country where every city, town, and village has responsive early care and education systems, where children are nurtured, families are empowered, and educators are valued.
We are at the LA Expo Center, and it is the first convening of the Early Childhood Education Consortium. It's a program that started with a technical assistance grant from the National League of Cities.
It's such a joy to be in such good company of people who don't just want capacity or for capacity's sake or look to fill solutions without thinking about holistic needs, and really wanting to be making sure that the decision makers are the ones closest to young children and families.
Early childcare and educating convening is such an important piece. It's our first ever in the city of Los Angeles, and it's to bring professionals together, but also the providers that we are contracting in the next fiscal year to really learn about the challenges and how do we, as a collective, as a profession, move early childcare forward and make it more accessible for our communities.
When you're working and you're trying to improve developmental outcomes for children, you always have to be mindful that you need to be working at a neighborhood level.
Rather than just sort of seeing things as, hey, this is the fix, right? It's how do we take a view of the city as a whole?
How do we make sure that the community is really the one coming up with the solution?
You have 3 goals. One was to increase the number of early childhood educators, to also help organize those educators, and also to build the capacity of existing educators and early education providers.
We've been in the childcare business for over 20 years. Not too many people know that, but we do have childcare facilities on top of our recreation facilities as part of our amenities. And so we have a deep history in childcare and just providing care for youth in our community.
The City of Los Angeles is already doing a great job supporting the early childhood community. They've undertaken a year-long process of working with childcare providers, with advocates like me, to both understand the workforce issues and the actual childcare facilities where people operate and run their childcare businesses.
There's no greater investment than we can make as a city than in children. We spend so many dollars on trying to solve community and social problems, in my view, by not investing on the front end. And I think sometimes early childhood, prenatal to 3, prenatal to 5 is an afterthought. It's great to do, we'd like to do, and to me, it's an essential part of any city budget. It's an essential part of any long-term transformation of community, particularly communities that have real community traumas and challenges. So I think from a budgetary standpoint and also just from a moral standpoint, that this has to be essential in every city, particularly where you have families who face real challenges.
We believe that every conversation can start and end with early childhood because the first several years of a child's life is so interconnected in all of those different components of the system.